FirleFranz is the ultra-creative family coaster at Bayern Park. Built by Gerstlauer, this ride physically has just 787 feet, or 240 meters of track, but the train actually covers 1,804 feet, or 550 meters per cycle. Through the creative use of switch tracks, riders experience the layout going both forwards and backwards. I'll explain why this is such a cool concept in this review. Manufacturers in recent years have been utilizing switch tracks and coasters as shuttle elements. It is a brilliant design choice. Parks can use less track, which saves money. Meanwhile, riders experience a coaster with a duration equivalent to a full circuit coaster, and they often go through part of the layout backwards, which adds an extra level of thrills and excitement. Gerstlauer is one such manufacturer who has been doing this, particularly with their family coasters. Quite a few of them have incorporated backward sections. In 2023, Bayern Park opened FirleFranz. This was the park's first new roller coaster in a decade. It was placed atop the hill near the main entrance. And this is an eye-catching ride. The pink track really pops. The far spike is cool with the mangled track at the end. The launches blast through these wooden sheds. The station in particular is warped, and it looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. I also really like the inside of the station. There's a light diagram showing where the train is on the course in real time. Then beyond that, the station is festive with these multicolored lights and fog effects going off. And there's a video screen with Franz, the park's mascot, at a control panel overhead. Like a handful of German coasters opened recently, the ride originally opened with incomplete theming, and was finished the following season, so I'm glad I saw the ride in its finished form. But the best aspect about this coaster visually is how the train goes through the layout in both directions. It is captivating to see how those switch tracks operate. The switch track outside the station moves at 3 points during the layout. To try and be as clear as possible, I will call track A as the piece at the start of the layout, and track B as the piece at the end of the layout. After the train passes over track A going forwards and clears the following hill, track B moves into place. Later, the train moves over track B going forwards, and it flies through the station and heads up the spike. Meanwhile, track A moves back into place. The train then goes over track A backwards, and once it clears the following hill, track B moves into place once again. This allows the train to enter the station in reverse and park. The tire-propelled launches double as block zones. If the correct track piece is not in place, the train will be stopped on the circuit. The name is absolutely perfect as well. FirleFranz is a German word for nonsense that was derived from a dance, so the seemingly nonsensical path the train takes is fitting. Franz was just changed to Franz in honor of the park's mascot. Because of this ride's location at the front of the park, many guests will make this coaster their first stop, so I would instead recommend starting your day with the attractions deeper in the park down the hill. When I returned to FirleFranz in the afternoon, it was just a station wait. While this coaster is just one train, the capacity is fine for this park. The train seats a max of 20 riders per cycle, as it is comprised of 10 rows of 2. The ride has a cycle time of roughly 1.5 minutes. Then, the loading process is quick because of the simple lap bar restraints. These L-shaped lap bars are comfortable and akin to what you'll find in the other Gerstlauer family coasters out there. When you reach the station, you are free to select any row you'd like. I did not have much of a preference where I sat in this one. The forces were fairly similar across the train. The coaster begins with a fun launch sequence. Franz hits a button on the screen, and you blast backwards. This is the ride's best launch by far, as it has no kick to it. You then travel up the spike in reverse. It is not tall or steep enough to offer weightlessness. It exists merely to bleed off your speed and change directions. You then roar through the station. Launch 2 engages. This has marginal power, but the sense of speed is great with the flashing lights and fog. The train then suddenly bangs left. The laterals are weak towards the back, but okay towards the front because you're pushed into the turn. Then, you glide over a camelback. This does not offer airtime. In fact, there are no negative Gs anywhere in this layout. That is not what this ride is about. Next is a banked turn right. This offers some light Gs. Immediately afterwards, you have an S-hill. The hill itself is mild, but the valleys on both sides offer decent positive Gs. You then have your third launch through a shed. I didn't really feel much acceleration here. I suspect this is mostly there to function as an emergency block zone if the upcoming switch track is not in place yet. You then jump over the station building and have a downward spiral into the station, which once again offers some light positive Gs. You now find yourself back in the station and are gently accelerated forwards. You rocket out the back and traverse the original spike, just this time going forwards. It is as forceless as before, however, the visuals are much more interesting this time around because you're staring at the end of the track. You then roll backwards through the station and you're boosted in the same layout as before, just this time going in reverse. The turnout of the station is particularly fun in the natural back, since you cannot see it coming and you're thrusted into it, so you get some nice laterals here. Then the initial hill offers a bit of a falling sensation this time around. The forces otherwise felt identical to the forwards lap, but the backwards motion made it a bit more disorienting, especially because there are quite a few turns here. You then enter the station backwards and decelerate. You then slowly roll forwards and park, ending the experience. In terms of pacing, this coaster is solid. The frequent launches and switch tracks keep the layout engaging start to finish, even if the elements themselves are not crazy forceful. But again, this is a family coaster, so those forces make sense. Then Gerstlauers can be hit or miss in the smoothness department, but their family coasters are usually glass smooth, and FirleFranz is no different. Because of how nicely this tracks, I could sit in this coaster all day long. So what would I rate FirleFranz? I would give this coaster a 7 out of 10. This is a good family coaster. I like how the layout creatively uses switch tracks to go both forwards and backwards. It is a smooth and well-paced experience with a pinch of laterals and positive Gs. I just wish it mixed in some airtime, which is something quite a few of the other Gerstlauer family coasters have done. That is the one thing it's missing in my opinion. Still, this is a wonderful fit for the park and a real crowd pleaser. Those are my thoughts on FirleFranz, the unique forwards-backwards launch coaster at Bayern Park. What are your thoughts on this coaster? Have you ridden it? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.